everyone, welcome back. My name is Natalie, obviously. Um, Today I just thought I'd pop in and give you maybe some tips or tricks or things to think about this week and going into spring and summer. But the first thing is I have some empties to tell you about since my allergies. I don't know what it is. I don't know what allergy it is, but every time the weather changes in the spring and the fall, my allergies go haywire. It's horrible. I don't know if anyone can relate, but I'm sure someone can. But I went through 2 more boxes of tissues, emptied those out. So this is my empties for the past week or so. But yeah, 2 boxes of tissues. A thing of body wash. I finished up with a bottle of body wash and a little container bottle, I don't know what you want to call it, of hand soap. So 4 things there. When you have a lot of stuff in your house, being able to throw away 4 containers, boxes of things that you have is a big deal. So that's good. But now I guess going into spring and summer, I was looking at my Kroger app. I know Kroger does a lot of it. There's a lot of different Kroger family of stores. I don't know what you want to call them, but stores underneath the Kroger brand, like King Super, Smith's, I think. I don't know. You'll have to. You would know it if you have one in your area, one of the family of stores. And I think they may also all use the same Kroger app for digital coupons and stuff like that. But I had noticed that since the new ad dropped today for my Kroger store, there was a lot of 5x digital deals on cleaning supplies, paper towels. So I don't know if anyone has the Kroger app or one of the affiliate stores Kroger app or apps. But like I said, they may all use the same one. So that's something if you really need. They had sponges. I think they had paper towels. They had a bunch of cleaning supplies, some cleaning supplies. So I don't know if anyone wanted to stock up on cleaning supplies while they were on sale, but that's a good thing to look at. But if you don't, that's okay too. But yeah, so you want to keep a lookout for, like I said, things that you want to be looking for. I guess, spring cleaning is a big thing. A lot of people do. But I'm trying to normalize, clean, organize when the seasons change. 4 times a year instead of one big spring cleaning event. I feel like that may be more manageable, but spring cleaning, people, stores, oh, it's spring cleaning time. The stores are like, it's spring cleaning time. Let's put all the cleaners and cleaning supplies on sale, which I guess is a good time to stock up on them. So when you do clean throughout the year, you have them. So yeah. Like I said, just, be on the lookout for good deals, like that. Another thing is I've noticed too that the Kroger app had some sunscreen on sale. I think one of them was part of the 5X digital deals as well. But I would also want to mention, look at what you have at home first, especially in regards to sunscreen, because they do have expiration dates. See what you have, see if you need to throw any out, see if you actually need it. Because I had bought some sunscreen last year, and it's still good. So I don't really think I need sunscreen right now. I'll still have to keep looking, but but it's one of those things where it's like, I think I'm good for now. And I'm pretty pasty, so I feel like I probably should at least look at it and see what I need, if I need anything. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that, And and also, like I said, it's spring cleaning time. Like I said, the seasons are changing, so I'm just giving you ideas of what to look for if you need to start, going through things, looking at things, because I feel like the best place to start if you're trying to start a decluttering journey, a minimalist journey, an organizing journey. I don't know what you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, maybe. Get things in order. I'm calling it a minimalist journey because I'm trying to be more intentional of what I buy and stuff like that. But like I said, you can call it whatever you want. You can do whatever you think. But the first place I always try to tell people to start is trash. Things that are expired. Things that, that need to be thrown away. Because I feel like that's an easy thing to get rid of at first when you're first starting out. Trash, expired things, things that are broken, that you need to look at and stuff like that, which is, like I said, easy to get rid of, easy not to think about, oh, this is broken, I don't need it anymore, this is expired, I can throw that away. Things like that. That is, I feel like, one of the easiest things you can do to start off with. And then that can lead into looking at other things that you would want to potentially get rid of or discard. Another thing that also in regards to like broken things, clothing you can look at for like torn things, socks without mates, stuff like that. I mean, you can keep the socks without mates because I've heard that they make great cleaning rags or cloths or whatever you want to call them. So if that's something that you may want to, the socks, the mateless socks, if you want to keep them for cleaning supplies, just keep them in a separate spot. But yeah, so you want to keep that in mind. But like I said, I always feel like that's a great place to start because it's stuff that, you just kind of, I feel like you just kind of live with. Old receipts, get rid of those as long as you make, here's my thing with old receipts. I usually keep mine, I keep them longer, but I tend to keep mine until I make sure that they come out of my checking account and I don't need that receipt for anything. As long as it comes out of my account, the amount's right, stuff like that, I feel like it's okay to throw it away. But that's you do you. If you want to keep it for X amount of time, that's fine. But make sure after that time frame, you can throw it away. Give yourself permission to throw it away. I think I just spit everywhere, but that's okay. But yeah, so you want to make sure you have like a time frames on things. Even with socks, missing socks. I had one sock that I didn't know where the mate was for like 2 weeks. I finally found it. So I feel like a week or two, maybe 3 at the most, if you're looking for a bait for socks, is a good time frame. But that's all up to you. You can have your own time frames for things. That's fine. I'm okay with that. As long as you have a plan and I don't know if I want to necessarily say rules or guidelines. Maybe a guideline is a better term that I want to use for things like that. If you can't find the mate, if you can't find X piece or whatever of something, you can go ahead and toss it afterwards. Because I understand where people are coming from. I'm the same way. It's like, oh, I know as soon as I throw it away, I'm going to find the other pair, or the other sock, or whatever I was looking for, the missing piece to whatever I was looking for. And I get that. But you also have to make sure, give yourself permission to let things go and let things, it's okay to throw things away or donate things that are, that are no longer serving you and, and giving your life, enhancing your life in some way. So, yeah, just keep that in mind, set up some guidelines, rules, I don't know what you want to call them, whatever you feel like calling them. Pick things up, look for things. So yeah, you just want to make sure that you have, you know, and I feel like some people are better at this than others, and I feel like it could be a learned skill, which is fine. But yeah, you just want to make sure that you have, you know, guidelines in place for whatever you're struggling with, which is great for me. Great for, you know, like I said, me and trying to get rid of things, minimize things in my house, and also focus on things that you can control. If I can kind of turn you here, if you see all that boxes, let me see if I can kind of turn you there. But most of that stuff back there isn't mine. Which okay, we're back. Which isn't mine, which is fine. Some of the stuff over here is, where's my finger? There we go. No, over here, if you can see my finger. A lot of that stuff is mine, which I'm trying to control and dwindle down. I don't know what you want to call it. But I'm working on it. I'm trying. All you can do is try your best. You gotta give yourself some grace. Also, that's a great piece of advice when trying to declutter or whatever you want to call it. Minimize. Organize. Give yourself some grace. If you only do one thing a day, pick up one thing a day. Pick up one sort of item a day. That's better than nothing. 1% is better than 0%. That's, you know, that's a start. So yeah, you just want to make sure that you're giving yourself some set up some boundaries, some rules. Boundaries is another great term for rules or guidelines, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so just make sure you're, you know, looking for that stuff. Looking for things that you may have overlooked. So yeah. I hope this helps you guys out. I hope this gives you some inspiration for some cleaning, some organizing, some minimizing, decluttering, whatever you need some cleaning. Like I said, you know, spring cleaning, the season just changed here. I live in Ohio. I'm excited for the warmer weather. So hopefully this gives you some inspiration to clean up, get rid of some things, and be more intentional. Have a great week, guys.